All right, all right. Welcome into the A to Z Sports Big Orange Game Day Reaction Show. This is your halftime, and to the shock of everyone on planet Earth, Tennessee is up.
No.
Tennessee is up
It's
30. No. 31 to 0. 31 to 0. Don't act like anybody predicted 31 to 0 at halftime. Are you kidding me? Right now, just an
Florida.
absolute
No,
bloodletting.
I'm not surprised with 31 for us, but Florida has shown that, and everybody has heard it all night. They love to say how good of a 3-win team Florida is.
The
It's
best
just,
in America.
it's just they keep saying it, but I thought they would put up a little bit more of a fight in the first half, but our defense has played lights out. I just find it funny on some of the comments early on. Oh, Heupel still needs to give up play calling. I'm like, with 31 points, yeah, give it up. Okay. Manage the game. He needs to be a game manager. He's this. I'm like, guys, we're up 31 to nothing. We didn't throw the ball. We didn't throw the ball down there because 3 points is better than nothing to go up. Now we're up 5 scores.
It's
what are we complaining about?
I was saying this to you off air. Well, okay, we do have to pay the bills. I had the halftime reaction
Yes,
shows
sorry.
is brought to you by Barton Jury Insurance Group, Lipscomb University Sports Analytics Grad Program, Window Nation, and Factor Meals. We'll talk more about them here in a little bit. But I was saying to you off air, this is I was brought into this world in 1991. This is the largest lead I have ever seen Tennessee have against the Florida Gators. Period. Maybe in football or basketball. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. Bar none. I did think a 2-touchdown win was a possibility that was out there. If you played a good game, hey, we won by double digits. That's nice. You go, but a 31-point lead at any time, even if Florida makes a nice little comeback here in the second half,
it's going to take a lot. I mean, for anybody to make up 31 points in 2 quarters, it's going to take a lot because unless they get onside kicks or we just fumble every time we touch the ball, and that goes for any team that's down 31. Now, once again, Texas A&M has done it, but in SEC play, they are now 1 in 286 or something crazy.
Even then, that was only 27. That was 30 to 3, if I'm thinking correctly.
Yeah, it was.
This is even more. Full disclosure, I said Tennessee was not only going to lose this game, but I just thought we were walking. It's a 7:30 game in the SEC. Heupel in this spot, this has been where he implodes. This has been the spot where he self-destructs. And again, I thought there was a real possibility to where you could win this game. I think that was obvious. But I predicted Florida to win. And now, at 31 to 0, this would be if you lost this game, it would be maybe the biggest, craziest comeback in close to the history of SEC football. I don't know all of it.
Well, no, last week was the most by A&M. This would top that, but it's not going to happen. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. And here's the thing: I don't even want to entertain that conversation because we're playing way too well.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out where all these comments about clock or his game management are at. Where's been bad game management today? Truthfully, that is a legitimate question to me. Where has been the bad game management? We took a delay a game on 4th down on the 50 so we could give our punter 5 extra yards. That's good. That's actually good game management. You don't want to go for it. You don't want to go for it there, risk them getting the ball at the 50-yard line. Why would you do that? We're up 4 scores at that point. That is a good call. Oh, we're running the piss out of the football. We're averaging 6 yards a carry and 31 carries for 177 yards already, but that's bad game management for running it down their throat and imposing our will.
I mean, you're
I'm
beating
trying to figure that out.
you're beating these guys a decent amount worse than you were beating New Mexico State. I mean, you only had
Yes,
21
and
points at the half against New Mexico State. It's
because I
crazy.
guess my whole thing is, and I wanted to talk about this, and I want to see if anybody agrees with me. I feel like somebody said terrible clock management. Don't know how that is. We're up 31 points and whatever. Not going down that rabbit hole. Offensively, it almost feels like it has been more consistent and open and even with Davis and Van Dorsler. I'm messing it up. Than it was with Ketzelman. And I'm not, that is not a slight on Ketzelman. It's just, Davis is just a freaking athlete, man.
Davis is dog. He has a very bright future at Tennessee.
Like that. Yeah. I'm actually very encouraged with those two playing and splitting time for the athleticism we gain at tight end. Now we actually have mismatches in the seams against linebackers, like down, like in the 10 to 15 yard, not on digs and ends, but like actually in the seams. First drive of the game, we throw him a flat route. Well, it's really not called a flat, but I'll call it a flat. And the corner's unblocked. You can't block everybody. And when a tight end can make a cornerback miss the way he did and score from 20, oh yeah, get your mind right.
Big.
Like that's what I've seen tonight is how, even though it feels like it's a little vanilla, it's because we don't have to be crazy because we're beating the piss out of them.
Yeah.
But our tight ends are playing really well, and Davis is our leading receiver right now. I never would have thought that going into tonight that Davis would be our leading receiver at halftime.
I kind of had a little inkling. We actually talked about it on our show this we might have talked about it off air because we keep some of the more I don't know what the word is, edgy thoughts off the air, but
yeah.
You don't want to exactly say it this way, but it did feel like you potentially were upgrading a little bit with Kitzelman going out just because you know the talent you have with Ethan Davis. I think that he is a dude who's really going to be a player for you, and he's just young. And here you go. I mean, this is it right here. I want to talk to you about exactly what we're seeing from Joey Aguilar first, but we got to get to just quickly. Got to tell you about our first great sponsor, Barton Drury Insurance. They're truly a one-stop shop for your personal and business insurance. With over 40 years of serving Tennesseans, they sell employee benefits, 401k planning, life insurance, workers' comp, liability, auto, property, umbrella, and surety bonds. They are local and strive to provide excellent service, but they also want to take the time to make sure everyone understands their insurance policy. So go to bartondrury.com to look into everything that they can offer. Barton Drury Insurance Group, cover risk, empower confidence. You see the phone number right there for you. People were kind of down on Joey Aguilar going into this game just because he had a really off game against Oklahoma, who we've since found really has a powerful defense. Their offense is pretty suspect, and I think that's going to be their undoing if they actually make the playoff. But Aguilar in this game, what all is he doing right that he wasn't doing in the last few weeks?
Taking what the defense gives them and putting the ball where it needs to be as far as accuracy. If you notice, we haven't taken many shots downfield. If I had to guess, I don't think we've thrown the ball farther than 14 yards down the field.
Yeah.
And we're scoring 31 points. Now, granted, this is not Oklahoma's defense. Doesn't matter. It's a rivalry game. So, like, to me, that all that stuff goes out the window when you have a rivalry game. I think he's been very efficient. I mean, what was he? He started like, it was either 7 of 7 or 9 of 9 or something. And he ended up 10 of 11 at a certain point. And now he's 11 of 13, 146 and a touchdown. He does that, and we continue to run for 6 yards of carry. We win a lot of ball games. It's just Absolutely. What it is. Stay that efficient, have our tight ends. I love, if y'all understood how excited I am that our tight ends are this involved in the passing game, but having going two tight ends that are both really athletic, but now both are not afraid to stick the nose in there. Now, Davis did make a business decision on one block against Sapp, or no, sorry, not Sapp, against the linebacker, 27. He did make a business decision that made us go for it on fourth down. But you're not going to grade at 100%. The way he's playing right now makes me sit here and go, I really wish he was the starter from day one. I just the way he's playing.
It's hard not to think that, because it has really looked good and just more fluid, more correct.
Yeah.
And that's encouraging. I think when you turn to the defense, obviously, I mean, basically giving up nothing to Florida in that first half. The most that they did give up ended in a missed field goal for Florida. I mean,
Yeah.
with the defense, it does. I want to give them their flowers and say that they're playing excellently. They're killing Lagway. At the same time, I think you do have to say, man, Florida just looks. They look done. They look burnt out. They look the way that they did kind of during that Kentucky game. I didn't watch a ton of that Kentucky game,
But
but the
watch
points
this.
that I did watch,
they went down to the wire with Ole Miss. Like
they did.
It was 10-0, 14-10. You know what I mean? It was 24-20 at halftime. Like they've shown the ability. I got to give the credit to Tim Banks with the amount of pressure we're bringing. How many times we've had a guy in his face tonight, where he does not have the time to throw, and you can tell Florida does not have many hot routes in their offense right now. Like they just haven't. So from the scheme, I got to give our guys credit for how fast they're flying around, how much pressure we're bringing to get in his face, because you can tell he's not processing it very quickly. I know I'm not going to disagree with Florida looks bad, but I think a credit to that is 70% credit to us, 30% they're just bad.
Yeah, the one and only thing that they've been able to do is just have Lagway run for his life. What did he have? A 30-ish yard run there.
He had 38.
Yeah, where he made a nice play.
But that's gonna happen when you blitz and you bring pressure. Good job. Hey, kudos to us for coming out of that drive with 0 points. Like the one time, we do a zone blitz. We do a zone blitz. He scrambles and it's 3rd and 8, and then he gets completely popped by our defensive end dropping into the zone, comes back up and pops him. We stop him on 4th down because they're going QB sneak with a guy that weighs 240 pounds or whatever, and he doesn't even get 6 inches. Our defense is playing really well tonight against an SEC team. Now, once again, are they world beaters? No, but guess what? It's a rivalry game. That does not matter to me. When it's a rivalry game, it doesn't matter if they're both 1-9 or 0-10 or 10-0. Like if you have that hatred for each school, which these two do.
99.4% chance for Tennessee to win in the second half, according to ESPN. I went to check to see if this was a conversation worth having. And I'll say this. It is a conversation worth having.
It is.
Yeah, it is, because I mean it's Florida and it's a swamp and it's Tennessee and that's where we're at. But let's talk about that really quickly after I tell you first about the Lipscomb Sports Analytics program. Sorry, 1 second here if I can get to the read. This is my bad. We are doing a live show, as you can tell. Lipscomb Sports Analytics, where data meets the game. Turn your passion into a profession. Go beyond the box score and get off the sidelines and into the action with the Lipscomb Sports Analytics program. It's an online program with Lipscomb University out of Nashville. They're turning sports fans into data-driven decision makers in the exciting world of professional athletics. At Lipscomb, we're not just watching the game, we're changing how it's played through our innovative sports analytics program. Go to lipscomb.edu to learn more. Go check it out. 99.4% chance, according to ESPN's win predictor. The reason I say it's a conversation is because it's the Swamp. And you saw it literally last week. The biggest comeback in however long. Now, that was 28 points. They came back. Texas A&M came back from 30-3. That was at Texas A&M. The Swamp has been cursed for Tennessee. Make no bones about it. Is it so cursed that you think a comeback is possible here, Crump? Do you agree with the 99.4% winning percentage?
I do. I really do. And I think it's more so, once again, we can sit here and be like, oh, and say Florida's down, blah, blah, blah. But you know what, man? You still got to play the game. It doesn't matter. UMass will win a game at some point. The 0-16 Detroit Lions had to win a game at some point. You still got to play the game. So the bottom line is credit us for beating the absolute piss out of them right now. And I'm looking now. I would love for us to get a goose egg on defense and hang 0 points on them. But I'm looking for us to get a pretty more convincing win than what we have at halftime. We'll say it that way.
I'll drop it down to 99% because I gotta give the Swamp its due. The Swamp is cursed.
So the Swamp gets 0.4%.
It gets 0.4%. I mean, this we already said it. This would be one of the worst meltdowns in the history of SEC football if you lost this game. I mean, period.
But we're not even going to talk about it because that stuff doesn't. Here's the thing: we can speak it into existence, all that stuff. Like I think we go down the path of how well we're playing, how well both sides of the ball's playing. Our kicking game's not having to do jack crap right now except to kick off. So that I think that's more of we've got to change all of ours. We've got to change our narrative instead of being, well, something bad's going to happen to us. Screw it. Let's speak it into existence that the good things do come into play for us. We're up 31-0 against a rival. Screw it. Let's celebrate that. And now let's go beat the piss out of them in the second half like we already are.
Yeah. I mean, it literally comes down to this, like against anybody else on God's green planet. This is a no-brainer. This game is over. Like you've won. ESPN says 99.4%. This is the most cursed place that Tennessee plays. Like that's the single and only reason. But I would say this: if you score almost any points at all in this second half, this is yours. Like
we're gonna beat the piss out of them. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
What was my word? What was my one word last week? You may remember.
I don't think so. What was it?
Confident because we're going to beat the hell out of Florida next week.
And they should have. This is what
because Florida's still a decent team. They beat Texas, right? They had to go to overtime with Kentucky, which we beat the piss out of. They played Ole Miss really freaking tough. This shows you how good of a team we really are. The breaks just have not fallen our way in the games we need them to. That's all. We're not a bad team. We're not a bad team. We're not a bad coach team. We're not a bad disciplined team. I do think that what Heupel did this past week, getting rid of a player, helps us down the road. And we can talk about that after if you want. I think it does help us down the road because of sometimes, sometimes you got to eliminate to move forward. And don't. Yeah, sorry, I was wrong. You're right. They got boat race by Kentucky. Texas went to overtime with Kentucky. That was my fault.
Well, they went to was it overtime with Mississippi State, or it came down to the final drive at Mississippi State in the Swamp. But
that's what I'm saying. Is we're playing so well right now. We're 146 yard passing, 177 rushing, 4 TDs and a field goal.
Beautiful.
And they have 110 yards total offense.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to an absolute beatdown.
Don't fold up into a shell. Don't let them come back. Don't, none of that. Just win this thing 45-7. That's That's what I need to see right now. That would be the most cathartic win in the history of Tennessee football. I mean, you cannot describe what a beatdown in the swamp like that would mean for
Yep.
Tennessee, especially with Vandy coming in with a playoff on the line next week. So obviously, if Tennessee can just take care of business here, that's what we're going to be talking about in the post game.
Yep.
We'll be talking about that Vandy game. We'll get Cromp's take on that. Let's go watch the second half, close this thing out.
Sounds good.
Charlie Burris, former Vols quarterback Jonathan Crompton. We come right back here. A to Z Sports Tennessee Volunteers YouTube channel, and we will see y'all in just a few minutes.